the Cliff Palace of Mesa Verde, Colorado. Serial collapses of ancient Pueblo societies offer a stark warning for our world of today. In the area where the Colorado, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico borders now meet, that's the Four Corners area, ancestral Pueblo societies thrived there, but then they collapsed several times over a span of 800 years. Each time they recovered, their culture transformed. This shifting history can be seen in their pottery and the incredible stone and earth dwellings they created. During 300 of those years, some Pueblo people, who also used ink tattoos, were ruled by a matrilineal dynasty. And in the collapse of their ancient civilizations, ancestral Pueblo social collapses align with periods of climate changes. But Pueblo farmers often preserved through droughts, suggesting that there was more to their collapse than just environmental conditions. That's why last year archaeobiologists took a closer look at what was happening in these societies. That was, of course, the time before 1400 AD, leading up to their times of upheaval, using tree ring analysis of wood beams for building construction allowed the researchers to construct a time series of the Pueblo society's productivity. Peak construction periods were clustered around good maize, corn that is, growing seasons, even though these times on average were not climatically better for growing maize than when there was a lull in said construction. The recent research found that while the societies often bounced back fairly quickly after construction lulled, there were distinct slowdowns in recovery that coincided with increased signs of violence. This sort of system slowdown can be seen in other regional collapses of ancient societies like the Neolithic Europeans that had no link to changing climates. It's also a feature of complex systems as diverse as the tropical rainforest and even the human brain. Those warning signals turn out to be strikingly universal, said Wageningen University complexity scientist Martin Scheffer. They are based, he said, on the fact that slowing down of recovery from small perturbations signal loss of resilience. Scheffer and colleagues suspect slowly accumulating social tensions like wealth inequality, racial injustice, and general unrest wore away at social cohesion until all it took was a bit more pressure from another drought to dip them over the edge. This appears to have happened to the Pueblo people around 700 AD, 900 AD, and 1140 AD. However, during the late 1200s, a combination of drought and external conflict spurred the ancient Pueblo people to permanently leave that area. Societies that are cohesive can often find ways to overcome climate changes. This is what Washington State University archaeologist Tim Kohler said back in 2021. But he said societies that are riven by internal social dynamics of any sort, which could be wealth differences, racial disparities, or other divisions, are fragile because of those factors, then climate changes can easily become very serious. The ancient Pueblo people did find a way to thrive elsewhere, possibly by dramatically transforming their culture once more, and today their descendants live on tribal land surrounding the empty places that once were the center of the Pueblo world. Their history provides us with a significant warning. Today we face multiple social problems, including rising wealth inequality, along with deep political and other divisions. Just as climate change is no longer theoretical, Kohler said, if we're not ready to face the challenges of changing climate as a cohesive society, there will be real trouble. And if we want to avoid repeating history, we'd better pay attention. The research was published in PNAS. This article was first published April 2021, and it's on Science Alert by Tessa Kumuduros. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. This has to do, of course, with the Native American Pueblo people. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.